Hello, this is Jimmy A. Accompanying yourself on the piano while singing is not very difficult. Using my channel, one can listen to how a song is being sung while reading the lyrics and noting the chord cues which are inserted within the lyrics. Many of my videos simultaneously show my hands while I play and sing. Using the settings button on YouTube makes it possible to slow down the replay without changing the tuning. Using my left hand, I play the root note of each chord doubled, or if it is a slash chord, I play the slash note doubled, as far to the left on the piano as possible without muddling the sound. Then I alternate, staying as far left on the piano as possible, as long as it's practical, with my right hand to play the chord tones using four fingers doubling the thumb note and my little finger note. Then I put the two notes that fit the chord in between. Using the sustain pedal, I hold the sound to allow it to carry until I start the next phrase. My right hand chords will consist of a root, third, fifth, root. So I'm doubling the root, or third, fifth, root, third. Now I'm doubling the third, or fifth, root, third, fifth. Now I'm doubling the fifth. Those are the three ways that I play an ordinary major chord, like a C chord or an F chord or a G chord, always that way. Now, when I'm playing a seventh chord, there's no doubling in the right hand because there's four notes in a seventh chord. So I play the seventh and root using perhaps my thumb and index finger. Okay, now I've got a couple more fingers available here to play the other two notes in the chord. So I've got the seventh, the root, the third, and the fifth. That's if I'm playing it using my thumb and index finger. I may want to play it using my index finger and middle finger. Okay, so if I'm doing that, then my thumb is going to play the fifth. That's the seventh, that's the root, and then the third. So this way I get a seventh chord using my index finger and middle finger. Gives me a nice seventh chord. Okay, and then the other way another way, there's two more ways to do this. And so another way to do it is to use my my middle and little finger to play the seventh and the root. So now I have the seventh and the root, and the fifth here, and the third there. Seventh, root, third, fifth. So that's the next way to play a seventh chord. And then the last way is to just play it in root position. Root, third, fifth, seventh. And that's all there is to it. So if you've listened to this far and you completely understand it and figure that you can do it, you can stop watching at this point. If you'd like me to explain it further, then I will go into more detail right now, but just a little bit more detail, okay? The alternating part is interesting because you can go fast or slow. Using your sustain pedal, you're probably going to be going slow, carrying your notes. Without your sustain pedal, you're probably going to be going faster. There I'm using a root position chord. Now I'm going to shift. Now there, my doubled is not the root, because this is the chord. Root, third, fifth. So the fifth is doubled. Now I'm coming back to the root chord. Now I'm going to play that seventh chord. Notice I'm using my index finger and middle finger for the seventh and the root. the third is now here, and the fifth is here. So I've got a lot of tunes can be played just using those three forms, those three shapes on the piano. You just move them around according to whatever key you're in. I'm in the key of C right now. Down in Jamaica where nights are gay and the sun shines brightly on the mountaintop. 3 chords. Okay? So that's a quick and dirty way of showing you how to play and sing without having to go through a whole lot of lessons and learning how to count time and read notes and read all the different symbols that are on a sheet of music. Music theory can get kind of boring, but if you get as far as what I've showed you, you may want to go further. So have a good day.